Today, Thursday, the 10th of October 2024, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to this weekend upcoming games based on our top 10 and top 15 hand-picked game predictions, which we share to members only, then of course you want to make sure that you join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to members only videos based on top 10 and top 15 game prediction, 1.5 and 2.5 goal match picks, corner kick events, as well as straight wins with huge odds to take your winning to the next level. Then of course you want to make sure that you join the link, that is, you click the link below this video to join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, so that you're going to have access to all of these features we have mentioned to take your winning to the next level. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Beginning with the first match pick, we want to look at World Friendly International, a match between Italy U19 against Wales U19. For this particular event, first I want to share with you the recent gameplay performance of the home team, Italy U19. You're going to see that they have mostly had games in the friendly international, and the performance of the home team has been amazing. You can see they have scored 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, and 2 goals recently, as you can see this same here, having matched with teams like Croatia, Germany, England, and they have managed to score at least 1 to 2 goals per each event. That of its opponent, on the other hand, which is Wales, have also performed greatly. You can see Wales 3-0, a win. Wales U19, you can see 2-2. And based on the recent game they have had, these two games recently they have had this same here, they have proved to be offensive and also tried to score at least goals in each event. The performance of Italy U19 recently, based on home gameplay, you're going to see that they have also had games in the Euro U19 as well, and the performance was also good. You can see Euro in the U19, you can see 2-1. You can see another gameplay here against Georgia, 5-0. In other words, they are very good based on home gameplay. Whereas on the other hand, based on away games they have had, you're going to see that they have had 2 away games recently, and the scoring capacity is good. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, both of the two sides are good in terms of goal scoring. And since the offense of both of the sides is good, and of course the defense also showed that they do concede as much as they can, we therefore want to look at the probability of goal scoring here. Since both of the two sides want to impress, to see how they can secure this match, of course, we want to look at high impression rate. That is going to cause goals probability. So we want to look at 2 major options here. First, the possibility of at least 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time, or at least 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we'll look at Asia in the World Championship qualification. We are looking at a match between Saudi Arabia against Japan. Looking at the recent performance of this particular game played, especially for the home team, Saudi Arabia, you're going to see that they try to score at least between 1 to 2 goals per each event. The opponent, on the other hand, proved to be very, very offensive, and they have mostly had games, you can see, in the World Championship itself. And based on recent gameplay they have had, you can see the goal scoring capacity, 5-7-5. And looking at the home play, especially for Saudi Arabia, you're going to see that its performance recently proved that they do score at least between 1 to 2 goals, and that of Japan is really very offensive. This is the 3rd round of this tournament, and looking at the stand placement of these two in terms of recent gameplay they have had, you're going to see that they sit on the 1st and 2nd position of the league table. While Japan showed that they score more goals for 2 games they have just had recently, they have had all the 2 wins, scoring up to 12 goals. But that of Saudi Arabia, they have scored 3 goals and 2 conceded for 2 games played and 1 win. And looking at everything in place here, we want to look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, of course, both of the two sides, especially that for Japan, is very, very offensive in terms of goal scoring. And looking at the very high offensive rate of the away team, of course, we still want to look at goals probability here, since the home team also might want to impress. So we want to look at 1.5 goals in full time, or 2.5 goals for this event in full time, since the impression rate is really high. Looking here at the next, we're looking at Europe in the National League, that is UEFA National League, a match between Austria against Kazakhstan. For this event, of course, the recent performance based on recent gameplay they have had for Austria, you can see its performance here. They have mostly had games, especially in the National League itself, National League of Europe. And you can see that of its opponent on the other hand, the conceding rate is really very high, but they have mostly had games in the friendly international. And you can see that they have lost a lot of events recently and the conceding power is very high. Austria, of course, shows that they are better since they have mostly had games bet in the Euro, as you can see here, and they have also performed very greatly, especially in the friendly international. If you compare here, all the friendly international recently played by the home team, they have registered very huge wins, as you can see, 6-2 and 2, but that of its opponent base, but you can see that of its opponent away, you can see that for the FI, they have had very big losses in terms of games they have had in the friendly international. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks here. Saints also understand you're going to see that Austria here sits on the better place as compared to that of Kazakhstan. Everything in place, we're looking at two major picks. For this particular tournament, of course, that for the home team Austria have performed better, especially in the friendly international games. And since they are very offensive in the friendly I, that is FI, the performance of that of its opponent in the away is very poor and highly conceding for FI. Therefore, of course, we want to look at Austria, which is the home team, having a better performance at home for FI to lead this match. We also want to look at the fact that since its opponent will also want to impress, the possibility of goals also come in. So we want to look at least 1.5 goal as well in full time, the home team to lead, as well as 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we are still looking this time Asia in the World Championship qualification, but this time Australia against China. Looking at this, Australia have mostly had events, you can see in the World Championship itself, and their performance proves that they are better. That of China, on the other hand, you can see same in the World Championship as well, but the rate at which it concedes is very, very high. Now, the performance of Australia at home proves that they are very good. As you can see here, China, based on the way, as you have seen, try to concede so much goals. And based on this tournament, this is the third round, and looking at the placement of these two comparison, we are going to see almost on equal side, that is equal strength. But the difference here is the fact that China is very, very conceding. They have conceded up to 9 goals for just 2 events played. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this tournament, of course, that of China, which is the away team, had a very weak defense. They concede too much of goals, and as a result, Australia, which is the home team, will take advantage of the weak defense of its opponent. Therefore, want to look at Australia to lead, as well as the possibility of the fact that goals will occur here, since the defense of the away is weak. So 1.5 goal is one of our pick here, as well as 2.5 goals in full time, as well as the home team to lead. Looking here at the next, we're looking at Asia, still in the World Championship qualification, but this time a match between Qatar against Kyrgyzstan. In this event, of course, the home team Qatar, you can see its performance, they are good, scoring at least 1-2 goals per each event. That of its opponent, on the other hand, also concede very, very much. And looking at the stands between these two comparison in terms of recent placement, you're going to see 5th and 6th position. 2 teams of almost equal strength, and they do also concede almost equally. And looking at everything in place, we're looking at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, both of the 2 sides are almost of equal strength. And since the power based on defense is not very strong, both of the 2 sides want to take advantage of the defense, that is the weak defense of both sides. Therefore, at least 1.5 goal is what we want to look at for this event in full time. The next is going to be in the Europe UEFA National League, but this time Israel against France. Looking here at the stands based on recent events they've had, Israel, which is the home team, of course, you can see that they do concede as much as they can, and France, on the other hand, also do concede as much as they can, even though they are also average in terms of scoring. Looking at the performance of Israel at home, the bad here is that they are very, very, very conceding. You can see concede as much, and France also, on the other hand, also you can see they do try to score, but the conceding power is also good. And looking at the stands here, you're going to see that based on the stand placement of these two, this is placed in the 2nd and in the 4th position. And based on recent event play, For France, 2 matches played, 3 goals scored, and 3 conceded. For Israel, 2 matches played, they have not had any win yet, but they have conceded up to 5 goals. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this event, of course, France has proved to be better in terms of form as compared to the home team, which concede very much. So we want to look at either France to lead or to give it a double chance, or to just look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in this event in full time. And to those of you who want to have access to all our hand-picked predictions for this coming weekend, which is a very long list, which we share to members only, especially top match prediction picks based on top 10 and top 15, based on 1.5 and 2.5 goal top picks, top corner kick events, top straight win events with a huge list of odds to take your winning to the next level, then of course you want to make sure to join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to members only videos to take your winning to the next level. The link is below this video. You want to make sure to go ahead to click on it, navigate and join, and start to benefit from all members only videos to take your winning to the next level. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.